Hello and welcome to episode 15 of series 2 of Become a Legend Story Mode. Now it's good to be back. I apologise that there was no episode on Sunday. I was in Portugal eating custard tarts and drinking wine and trying to find Gabi, who is doesn't seem to get a game anymore from everyone I've spoken to. He has no chance at Benfica anymore. Most people think he's going to go back to Brazil, and that's most likely, I would say. If I'd seen him though, I would have tried to convince him to go to Everton to make these thumbnails easier to create, but hey, we couldn't do it. But yeah, the last episode, it was an interesting one, wasn't it? I'm sorry I haven't been able to get back to anyone in the comments. As you know, anyone who's been watching this channel for a while, I normally reply to pretty much every comment. Just haven't had time recently, so I'm not going to go back and reply to the old ones now. We'll draw a line under them, but from now on, all comments will be replied to within a certain time frame, as usual. And some of the comments on the last one were interesting. I don't think I realised how close we were, or how close we possibly could be, in that last game of the season. And my good friend Shogun FC, he pointed out that Gabi missed the goal that could have taken us through to the Europa League finals. Well, Shogun, that's not the sort of negativity we like on this channel, but also, if we want to be negative, then I would say it's been Everton just being shit for an entire season that led us to that, not Gabi at the end. But, you know, you can look at it glass half full, glass half empty, however you like. Gabi was involved. You're right, he was. But we did have the excellent news that Gabi have been called up to the Brazil squad. So we will be starting on the bench for potentially our first game in a Brazil shirt. I'm only going to play one of these friendlies, and because I'm going to play against England. We did manage to win in the first one. We didn't get a chance. We obviously didn't play any minutes. Sat on the bench. But what an experience that would have been for Gabi. Let's hope now, if we go into the England game, that we maybe get a few minutes. I'm definitely going to play that one. And we're on the bench again. So, yeah, hopefully we get a chance to play amongst what must be an incredible team. Before we do that, I am going to change the length of match time, as suggested by commenter Arden. A lot of you agreed with him. I think we can probably stick it up to 15 minutes for Become a Legend. Give Gabi a few more chances, because, yeah, the chances were pretty few and far between. You could end up only getting maybe 1 or 2 chances in the game, so worth having a bit more of a chance. Interestingly, Jonas is the starting centre-forward. Not sure about that. Obviously, they've got Roberto Firmino. Maybe I would have chosen him. Gabriel Jesus doesn't seem to have made the squad. Obviously, Gabriel Gol has. This is exciting. Hulk, maybe. Yeah, I guess you can sort of understand. Maybe Jonas gets a start. He's pretty weak on midfield talent. Don't know much about this Alan character. 27-year-old. He's a pretty good ball winner. But it's going to be a real pleasure to play with these guys if we get a chance to play with Whelan and Neymar. Hopefully Coutinho as well. Hopefully we get a chance in this one against a stacked England side. All the usual suspects except for Michael Carrick, who's got that call-up that everyone wanted him to get. So we'll play this one. We'll see if we get a chance. So obviously this isn't Gabi's first time in a Brazil shirt. He had a fairly decent run in the Brazil side actually. Oh, we're at the Maracanã as well. What a stadium this is. I think he played at the Olympics. I'm not sure, but he's definitely played for Brazil before. Obviously, with the Inter troubles and then the time at Benfica, he hadn't done enough to be in contention for a place. But now at Everton, scoring goals, getting in teams of the month. Yeah, they thought worth a go again for this still young player back in the national side. So it'll be a great source of pride, I'm sure, for Gabi and his family to be back in there. And hopefully now, in this friendly game England have travelled all the way out to Brazil for, we can get a result. And hopefully Gabi can get some minutes, but I'm not holding my breath on that, but it would be good to watch, even if we don't. So closest opportunity of the half so far, and it comes from everyone's favourite deaf footballer, Harry Kane. Sterling cut back inside, good ball in, hit with the left foot, great save. England looking the most dangerous here to begin with. Great footwork here from Neymar, also known as the old Gabi. He made his way into the box. Oh, mesmerising Phil Jones, who's still off now to the Copacabana beach with that sliding tackle. But, yep, first corner of the game here to Brazil, who have yet to really do much, and Real Madrid's Casemiro heads wide. Hopefully we can get to play alongside Neymar. That would be great for Gabi. Be even more fun if he was playing on team against him, obviously, because he's banging his sister, so he could do a bit of sister-related sledging that actually made sense. But, hey, even on the same team, I'm sure the banter would be electric. And it's half-time here at the Maracanã. And, well, there's been a couple of chances for both sides. Nothing particularly high quality. Brazil have had more possession. Harry Kane probably with the best chance of the game so far. Will Gabi get a chance in this second half? Oh, we do. We're on. Excellent stuff. We come on for our ex-Benfica teammate Jonas. And we're up top with Neymar and Whelan on our flanks. And this is going to be exciting. This is definitely the best two players we've had a chance to play with. So hopefully we can get our debut goal. Well, no, it's not our debut, is it? I'm sure he's probably scored for Brazil as well. But his second debut at least. Anyway, let's call it that. Nice ball down the line into Harry Kane. Steps back. Through the legs of the defender. Oh, that's poor. Harry Kane couldn't react as the ball came back into him, but England still have it with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. It's a good ball in. Kane with the backwards header. Easy take for the keeper. Sterling into Kane. England showing the much better play in the second half. Lovely ball over from Eric Dyer into Harry Kane. Incredible save. Tottenham players linking up again. Couldn't quite finish that one though, but it took a really good save to prevent it. Flowing football here from England. And Kane with the left foot poked finish. Just pushed wide. Harry Kane spreads play really well into the Ox. He's going to look to take on Marcelo now at left back. Oh, lovely footwork there from Oxlade-Chamberlain. But the ball, typically from Oxlade-Chamberlain, is almost pathetically bad. But Harry Kane was offside anyway. Great play from Whelan to hold that up. And he looks wide for Neymar. Neymar is going to get there ahead of Nathaniel Klein. It's just a simple ball in now to Gabi. Oh, Neymar. Neymar. Can't hold on to that. We've somehow managed to find our way back into possession here. Gabi lays it off. Great work. Wants it again. Edge of the box. Steps inside. Lovely work with the right foot. Oh, the footwork there. And Mr. Dependable Joe Hart. Obviously that's a joke, by the way. Mr. Dependable keeps him out. But look at this touch here. Just to roll it away from Phil Jones onto the right foot. He did everything right. Set for beat Joe Hart. That's a good save from him. Oh, well intercepted by Gabi. Then the reverse ball into Whelan. Shows great vision. Whelan now with the left foot. Oof. It's well woven, but the number 10 benefited from a great ball here from Gabi. I think we'll get a good view of that here. Pirlo-like vision there. Into Whelan. Out of his feet. Not quite enough. Oh, Casemiro wins it back strongly. Now Gabi can play through Whelan. Oh, and Everton's Leighton Baines does enough to prevent surely the first goal here for Brazil. It's been a really tight affair here in Brazil. No team looking like they're going to win it yet, but both teams looking like they could. If that makes any sense at all. Gabi turns away from Eric Dyer. Back inside, but Dyer, second time of asking, comes away with it. Gabi now could win it here. Oh, he's missed it. No! How often have we seen that? He's still lacking really the killer instinct. Somehow it came back to him there. I'm not sure what Eric Dyer was doing, but he found the space away from, I think it was Phil Jones there, but he just couldn't even get it on target. Only 3 minutes left. That is very disappointing. And that's full time here, and it's 0-0. Gabi, yeah, he definitely could have scored a couple. One of them particularly is just symptomatic of his poor form at the moment. His finishing hasn't been quite up to scratch. Brazil had more chances. England came back into it possession-wise. Gabi gets a 6.5. He's the best performer on the Brazil side except for Moraes in goal. And Joe Hart, well, man of the match, deservedly there. He kept out quite a few pretty decent chances. But in terms of our first game back in the Brazil squad, I'm fairly pleased. So, good bit of news is we have managed to master fighting spirit. Lovely. So that's another good one to add to the arsenal. Let me know in the comments if you think there's anything else we should look to learn, or we should maybe just invest those points in general skill training. I'm not really sure which ones would benefit us. Let me know in the comments. So, national team squad announcement. Have we done enough in that one game that we've played to secure the spot? Yes, we have. We're in the World Cup squad. Yes, come on. Great stuff. We'll be going to Russia. So we will be going straight into the group stages. We've got Morocco, Serbia and Germany. Whoa. Group of death? Probably not. Morocco are decent. Serbia are a good side. And obviously Germany are a quality team as well. And then we've got quite a while until the first match day for the Premier League. And, well, we've got a long time to work out whether or not we want to stay at Everton. I've got a feeling I know what I want to do. At some point, though, the vote will go out to the patrons. So if you want to get involved in that vote, if you want to make sure that your voice is heard And if you wanted Gabi to leave Everton or you wanted to stay, then the way to do it is to donate $1, only $1 a month, or more if you want to, but all it takes is $1. That's about 80p per month. And then you get to vote on all of these decisions on the channel, like whether Gabi should stay at Everton or whether he should move elsewhere. You'll get to decide that before the transfer window ends this season. But we've got a long time for that because we've got, well, potentially quite a few World Cup games first. So let's keep moving. So first game, and unsurprisingly we are on the bench. I don't know whether we're going to be able to break into the starting squad during the tournament, but all we can do is try. Let's get into it. So who's going to be starting? Well, Firmino does start up top. I'm a little bit more confident about that one. Fabinho, Paulinho, Allen in the centre. No place for Casemiro in the first group stage game. I'm surprised by that. Obviously, great back line. Up against Morocco, I've got Ziyech. He's a good player. They've got a decent side, haven't they? Pretty good side. Not particularly great keeper. Maybe we'll try and dust off the knuckle shot for him if we get a chance. Let's get into it. So here we are in Russia as the anthems are heard for the first time. The fans have come over in their numbers. Now, I don't know how many Russians are watching this, and I apologise if you are Russian and you take offence to this. But I'm worried about the hooliganism aspect of the World Cup. It's going to be really tricky, isn't it? And if I was a minority fan of any shade or colour or race or whatever you want to say, I think I'd be a little bit worried. I think I'd be a little bit concerned. But, you know, hopefully they sort all of that out. That's all we can hope for, because we really wouldn't want to see the World Cup be tarnished by any of that sort of stuff. But anyway, let's concentrate on the football. Let's concentrate on the positives, which is that Gabi is in the Brazil side. And hopefully we can start off this group stage with a win against what I would say is probably the weakest side in the group. So great work here from Whelan with our first proper chance of the game. Check the dribbling out here. Techers, see you later. Ball comes in, back out to him. Good hit, good save in the end. Oh, and there it is. The first goal of the game, and it is Neymar who kicks off Brazil's World Cup with an excellent headed goal after a good counter-attack. And after much probing in this first half, Brazil are ahead. And no better player to open our account for the World Cup than the man who hopefully is going to be firing us to the final. What a header that is. Good centre-forward-like play there from Neymar. And we're off the mark, and it's William with a good ball. First time, got his head up, put it into the danger area, and Neymar got across his man really well. And we're up. Decent reply here from Morocco, looking to get right back into this one. Simple ball down the line. Cut back inside, but then the shot is well wide. Oh, very, very close here to the second. I think that's the midfielder Fabinho up from his defensive midfield spot. Firmino put a good ball into him. It fell kindly to him off the defender. Could only flash it wide. And that is half time here in our first group game. And yeah, good solid 1-0 to start us off. Don't know if Gabi's going to get a chance in this second half, especially since we're a goal up. We're fairly comfortable, although Morocco have had a couple of chances, so we don't want to take our eye off the ball. Anything less than a win in this first game would put us in a really tricky position going into the games against Serbia and Germany, which are going to be very, very tricky. Oh, and Gabi's getting a run out. And it's a fairly early substitution as well. On for Roberto Firmino. Good stuff. Neymar, ball out to Gabi. He's all out on his own on the left-hand side. He's got no one in the box. Cuts back in. Good play from him. Finds Neymar. Back into him. Steps away from his man. Hits this one well. Good save. Lovely interplay there with childhood friend Neymar. That's what we want to see. Oof. Oh, battle. Oh, the battling is beautiful. He finds Neymar again. Good stuff there. Let's get that relationship going. Whelan now. Can he find the ball through to Gabi? He's taken out again. It's another free kick here. Morocco starting to take the physical approach here. Ziyech caught out by the quick feet of the Chelsea man. Gabi standing in a massively offside position there. Short free kick. Ball into Gabi. Takes it down on the chest. It's got to be here. And there we are. Gabi's first goal of this World Cup group stage is a really important one. Doubling our lead against Morocco. That should still seal the points here in this first game. And it was a good finish in the end. A little bit of a bobble on it. Sort of hit it into the floor. But it was a good run. The short free kick. Gabi was caught out. And then the ball over the top is a lovely one. Takes it down out of his feet. Good finish. And that's exactly what we wanted to see. As you can see here, Paulinho saw the run of Gabi. Just about stayed onside. Took it down on the chest. One touch. Finish on the weaker foot. There we have it. Morocco looking to pounce back, and they do. Scenes here in Russia. First game of the tournament, and Morocco are right back in it. Great headed goal from El Arabi. And Morocco now, well, they can see a beam of light. A glimmer of hope for the African side. Simple cross in. Thiago Silva caught out. And they're right back in it. Thankfully, Gabi's goal now even more important than it first was. It first seemed. Oh, lovely step back inside a bell hander. Now we hit this one. Oh, it was dipping. Made difficult for the keeper. Gabi's managed to get back onto possession. Oh, skips away. Still Gabi now. Into the box. Oh, couldn't quite find the final touch to get it away from the man. Maybe tried too much there. Ziyech wins it back. That's poor from Paulinho. Now they look to come forward again. El Arabi. Oh, that's well tracked back by Whelan. An important tackle there, but we're caught in possession. Bamu edge of the box now into El Arabi. No! Oh my god, that is calamitous defending, you absolute bunch of clowns. How have you managed that? We look to have it under control. I mean, that was awful. I think is that Fabinho turning into trouble? Or it might not be. And then, oh, just awful. Terrible defending. And it's honours even here. I can't believe they've managed to claw this back. Bamu now brings it forward. Is there going to be a third heel for El Arabi? Great turn from him. Still El Arabi. Flashes it wide. Julio Cesar did not look comfortable with that. What a horrible end to the game that would have been. So giving away 2 goals in 10 minutes, somehow we drop points in this first game. This is the one we needed to win. Morocco never going to be a particularly easy game. It's a tricky group, definitely. But that's the one we thought we were going to win. Especially with the goal from Gabi. El Arabi, unsurprisingly, gets man of the match. Gabi comes on, grabs another 6.5 in the Brazil shirt. But not enough. Not enough for us to get all the points. Tricky start, but Germany lose to Serbia. That is interesting. And that sees us go second in the group. Not sure what that's worked out on. Guess that must be alphabetical. But Germany, a shock loss. That really mixes up the complexion of this group. And Gabi now with a goal every 2 games for Brazil. That's a pretty good ratio. We'll take that. Sneaking up on 81 ball control, 78 jump. Looking good. His header stats are pretty low, aren't they? We don't really get many, to be honest. We've got fighting spirit now as well. Let's not forget that. Which should give us that extra boost towards the end of the matches. So only 3 days later, and we go up against top of the group, Serbia. We're on the bench again today, and I think seeing as we've only played a couple of halves, we'll play this game in this episode. So let's get into it. So we're up against the Itches. It's hilarious, isn't it? How every single name has itch on the end, except for Katai. So I guess he's not a natural Serbian. I don't know. Let's take a look at the side. Neymar starts up top with Coutinho and Whelan. I mean, that's got to be the ideal front 3, you'd think. As we said, no space in the squad for Gabriel Jesus. Douglas Costa as well on the bench. We've got loads of attacking talent. Not much in the way of midfield backup, but Casemiro does start in this match, which I think is a good option. David Luiz gets his first start, and it's Dani Alves now who starts, and Marcelo out on the left. Alisson in goal, preferred today to Julio Cesar. Yeah, Mariano doesn't start. Don't think he had a particularly great game. Fabinho as well. He was massively at fault for the second goal, so I'm not surprised to see him on the bench for this one. Serbia, well, they are a team of bruisers, aren't they? Mitrovic, Savic, Matic. These are big guys you will get about, not even taking into account the back 3. All very strong as well. It's going to be an interesting one. Let's get into it. So now we're in another imposing stadium here in Russia. This one's got a running track, which is always a nice little touch. You know you're in a World Cup when you're playing in a massive national stadium with an athletics track all the way around the outside. It's David Luiz's hair looking glorious, as is Marcelo's as well. And Brazil will be wanting to bounce back after that first game. It was a disappointing one. Giving away 2 goals in any game is hard. But in a World Cup group stage against what you would expect to be the weakest team in the group, particularly hard to stomach. And Serbia, obviously, they're flying high after beating Germany 1-0 in the first group game. So this should be a good one. Oh my God. Oh, and there it is. Goal number 1, and it is the captain, Paulinho, the Barcelona player, pouncing on the rebound after great work from Whelan to get a shot in. And that is the start we needed here. This ball from Neymar, absolutely delightful. Into Whelan, whose left foot shot was saved. Ball came back. Oh, it wasn't a rebound. It was a lovely cutback actually from the number 10. Into Paulinho, hit it well. And it's the dream start here for Brazil. And there we have it. That is goal number 2. And Neymar playing in a more central role today. Profits from a great ball in from Whelan. Knocked back from Coutinho. And then it's a good finish on the left foot. 2 pretty simple goals from Brazil. Serbia have been picked apart here. We expected a tougher test. But they're yet to get a shot off in this game. And we've had plenty of opportunities. And we've finished 2 of them now. And Neymar gets his second goal of the tournament. And we're 2 goals up. But, as we saw in the last game, that may well not be enough. And it's 3 here, as Neymar gets his second of the game. It's, and again, not the most attractive build-up. Sloppy from Serbia. Good little knockback there from Casemiro. And Neymar pounced on it to make it 3. And that should be enough. Surely that's enough. Casemiro, that's actually a lovely bit of play there. Neymar, another good finish on his weaker foot. Wow, and that would have been a very spectacular 4th. Ball down the line into Liverpool's Philippe Coutinho. Steps back inside. You expect him to let off a shot in traditional style. It came into Whelan, who attempted the overhead kick. Just over. And half-time here in this second of our World Cup group stage games. And it's very, very comfortable. Not a single shot allowed for our opponents. And 59% possession. I mean, it doesn't get much more comprehensive than that. Unlikely that we'll get a chance in the second half. If we do, it's purely going to be through players being rested. Well, decent effort here from Serbia. It's their first of the game. It's Lajic. I think he's ex-Roma, maybe. I don't know where he is now. Good hit. Just over the bar. Ooh, oh dear. Well, 62 minutes in, and Serbia have got a goal back, and it's Kostic who gets this one. Mitrovic pulls wide, puts the ball into the box. The header is saved, but then Kostic is there to stab in the rebound. And not again. Please, guys. Please not again. And this should seal it. Felipe Coutinho gets his goal today. Great footwork from Whelan. Didn't look to be anyone to pass to, but Coutinho with a late run. Great first touch. And he slots it under Savic. And yeah, 4-1. That should do it. Oh, lovely footwork from Whelan. Dancing past Serbian defenders. And it was unpicked by a very simple ball. Don't know what the keeper was doing. But that's 4. Well, Brazil seem absolutely determined to make things interesting, and they've let Lajic sneak in. Lajic, don't know what his name is. Sneak in with another goal. So that makes it 4-2 here. The defending has not been great so far in this World Cup from Brazil or from anyone really. But yeah, Serbia now will be buoyed by that, and they'll feel like there's a way back into this one. Oh, Coutinho comes off, and we are going to get a few minutes here. Gabi coming on. Hopefully we can get in on the act here and get a goal. But more importantly, I think we're going to do some defending because that's what we need. So there we go. Gabi didn't really get involved in that one, but it's a 4-2 win here. The goals could potentially be important. A little bit extra for our goal difference. Although letting Serbia back in with 2 goals, very disappointing. The manager will be wanting to plug those holes in the defence because we've looked a bit shaky at the back. Blistering going forward, obviously, as you'd expect, but with defenders like Thiago Silva, you'd expect more at the back. But anyway, hey, it's the points. Gabi unfortunately didn't get much of a run out. Didn't even get a rating assigned to him. And Neymar gets man of the match with an excellent performance. He's scored 3 already in this tournament. He's off to a blistering start. How are we doing? Top of the group. And Germany lost to Morocco. Wow. Scenes here in the group stages. And now that draw to Morocco looking even more painful. We could be in a really, really good position here. Let's take a look at the other groups. In Group H, France, Argentina. Yeah, unsurprisingly, they top the group. USA, Sweden, below Senegal. That's an easy group for the Dutch. Poland, England. England in with a shout. Uruguay on their tail, though. It's not going to be straightforward there for the English. Portugal. They're out of the running at the moment. -1 goal difference with Turkey and Chile ahead of them. And Belgium as well. They're underperforming. There's still a long way to go. Italy and Algeria, they're doing pretty well. Spain, Croatia. Oh, that's a tricky group as well. I do think we've got a really hard group as well. But Germany, yeah, surprisingly, bottom of the group. But we really need a win or nothing else against Germany in this final group stage game to make sure that we go through. That would seem to be straightforward considering how Germany have been playing, but I'm sure that's a massive banana skin if we think about it like that. So what an exciting start to this World Cup we've had. Gabi's managed not many minutes, but he has grabbed a goal. Hopefully later on we'll get involved, maybe with some important contributions, hopefully in the knockout stages. I'll see you in a bit.